Urgently, the federal government has the duty to take action. The Conservatives have the duty to revise Canadian laws on bankruptcies which are unfair to retirees.
We're here fighting for you and your families and fighting for what you have earned through your hard work as workers at Nortel and other companies.
And you gotta know that I'm hearing you loud and clear. The Bankruptcy Act must be changed.
When business says right in front of the government, you do this for the Nortel pensioners, the first thing that came to mind, threats. No, you can't do this, you can't do that. The economy, the this and the that. This is not exactly true. It was stretched. And as I said, to me, they're looking at government people to whom I still respect, I always will, no matter what party affiliation. I have respect for these people. I didn't think the business people had respect. They actually, more or less, threatened the government.
The Honourable Member for York West.
Mr. Speaker, earlier today, the leader of the Liberal Party stood on the front lawn of Parliament Hill in solidarity with the former employees of Nortel. This group of Canadians worked for years, contributed to their pensions, and now when they need them the most, their pension and benefit packages are being stripped away. Why was this Prime Minister the only leader who chose not to show up at the rally today? And how can he possibly say that pensions are not his problem?
The Prime Minister was on his way to Toronto to fulfill a speaking engagement that the Honourable Leader of the Opposition cancelled with the Canadian Chamber of Commerce.
Speaker, it's about leadership. It's about the role of the federal government, which is to show leadership and to show that they care. Clearly something that this minister doesn't do. There are 409 Nortel employees that are on long-term disability. Without government action, these individuals may lose as much as 85% of their benefits, as well as most of their funding for drug costs. Let me tell you a little bit about Arlene. She had a workplace injury. She began receiving long-term disability payments, and now she knows that she will lose the great bulk of her benefits and her pensions by the time she reaches the age of 65. Why is it that the Conservatives will not fight up and stand up for disabled Canadians?
The exactly the opposite, Mr. Speaker. When it comes to pension reform, again, in federally regulated plans, we've already made some changes. We've drafted some ideas for the federal provincial conference that the finance minister is conducting in December, Mr. Speaker. We understand that this is an issue that is beyond the Nortel pensioners. It involves Canadians who perhaps have invested in Nortel shares 10 years ago and saw all of those savings disappear because of the mismanagement in that particular company, Mr. Speaker. So we understand that, but at the same time, we respect the provincial jurisdiction just as we have to act in the federal jurisdiction.
It is the role of government to help protect Canadians when what they have contributed to and worked for all their lives is at risk.